as much as it's a team sport, the team that wins the championship a lot of the time has a Dwyane Wade in his prime. You weren't Michael Jordan, but you're just about as good as anyone else, right? In your prime, you have that kind of guy, you win the whole thing. Kobe in his prime, LeBron in his prime. I look at the Freak, I see a guy who's getting there. He's playing at an incredibly high level, but I see LeBron, I see a guy who's been there, still playing at an incredibly high level. I see Kawhi. Even if he's not at his best what the Freak will be or LeBron was, his best is right now. And Dwyane, that's why I like the Clippers, because they're deep, they're good defensively, Patrick Beverly, all that stuff. But when push comes to shove, they have a hungry dude in his prime. To that you say what?
I say I cannot argue with you on that. Kawhi has proven he beat us many years ago. He did it again recently. I feel that a good friend of mine is somebody I'm going to be looking at to really step up to this opportunity and this challenge is Paul George. We need Paul George to be Paul George if they're going to make it to the finals. And just like AD has to be AD that we all know he can be, it's going to be, to me, yes, the role players got to do their job, but it's a Paul George and AD. Who's going to step up and who's going to say, you know what, I'm not waiting on Kawhi, I'm not waiting on LeBron, this is my time.
Well, what about this hamstring? Are you concerned? Now it's the third time.
Very much so. Hamstrings are very tricky.
Yep.
I've dealt with them in my career a lot. They're very tricky, and you know, hopefully good health, good rest, and good doctors. But it's very tricky.
It's nagging.
Yeah.
What's your take on Houston going small ball like Stephen A. will be doing in the celebrity game tonight with his roster?
I seen your team, man. Good luck. Shout out to Rail. Shout out to Lil Rail. Way to give him an
They can spit bars at least, his
All
team.
of y'all from Chicago manipulated this,
But
man.
listen,
it's bad. It's bad. That's all right, but I'm going to find a way. But I shouldn't have to like that. I mean, y'all talk about stacking the deck against a brother. You probably had something to do with it. You probably had something to do with it.
Listen, I said it the other night on TNT. I love what Houston is doing because they bought into what they want to do. And I love the way Russell Westbrook is playing. This is my favorite Russell Westbrook right now. He is on attack. He is not shooting threes. He's going at it. So I love what Houston's doing. Who knows if they have enough because of the length of the Lakers and the Clippers. But, I mean, they're going to be scary.
I mean, along those lines, what they did really with Houston is clear out, right? And let Westbrook attack the basket. There's no one there clogging up the lane, you know, and so then he could distribute to the shooters. That's what Philadelphia, I think, should do. I'm not arguing Embiid and Simmons can't coexist. They function at a very high level together. But when I look at Simmons, I see a guy where if he had his own team constructed around him, we could see something like what the Freak is doing. What do you think about the Sixers?
Ooh. So Ben is someone who, and Ben knows this, I reach out to him all the time. For them to be what we think they can be, I think is on Ben Simmons. I think Joel Embiid was going to do what he does, but Ben has to be the one at the end of games. He has to have the ball in his hand. We can't hide Ben on the baseline. We need him to have the ball
put him in the dunker spot.
Have the confidence to make the 15, 17-footer. He can do it. I've watched him shoot this summer. I watched him work out. He can do it. He has to unlock it. He has to unlock it and just stop thinking about it, stop caring. Play basketball.
One of the things that I pay attention to, and I give so much props to people like you, Kobe, and so many others, when you're in places like South Beach and L.A., there could be a lot of distractions. So when you're a star in those environments, that matters. Now, that's not Philadelphia. So when I look at a Ben Simmons or somebody like that and there seems to be something missing, I get very, very concerned. When I think about the Philadelphia 76ers, I think talent-wise, they could take anybody out in the East if they come together.
Yes.
What advice can you give guys about being ready, staying focused, doing whatever they need to do to maximize their potential in today's modern-day game?
Well, don't wait. Giannis is not waiting, right? I don't want, like, I love Ben. I think Ben can be a star in this league, and I don't want him to wait and say, wait, my opportunity. Take it now. And I think a lot of guys do that. They wait and say, oh, next year or next year. When I came in, third-year championship, I ain't got time to wait. Let's get this going. Let's get it on. So my thing with these guys, you have talent. Take that talent and like our friend and a lot of our mentors and our idol in Kobe. Take what you have and go at it, go out of it, work. And that's what I want to see these guys do, man. It's guys like Donovan Mitchell. He don't have the attributes that some of those guys got, but he has that dog and he has that work ethic. That's why he's an all-star now. So I want to see a guy like Ben Simmons look at what Giannis did and say, I'm not waiting. I want to be league MVP now and not later.
And I also
you know who that sounds like? I mean, you brought him up. You sound just like Kobe when you talk just now. That's what Kobe sounded like when he was talking about young players. Sorry, Stephen A.
No, when I look at it, here's what I hold. If there's one thing we could sit up there, we could talk about, all right, you might need to get in better shape, Joel Embiid, or you might need to be more consistent, Joel Embiid. Here's the one thing that I think is indictable against him, the Greek Freak. The guy is in your conference, and he, like you said, he's clearly not waiting. He is coming. What the hell are you going to do about that? And I guess for me, when I look at you and I look at that about your stardom, it wasn't just that you didn't wait. It was that anybody who was in the vicinity, it was almost like you treated it like they're coming to get what I'm after. So let me just beat them to it. Was that the attitude you had?
I had to. I got drafted with LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony and Chris Bosh. I had to beat them to it, right? As young guys coming to the league, I look at Kobe Bryant, and he has 3 rings at 24 years old. When I get into the NBA, all right, I got some catching up to do. So let's go get to it right now. I don't have time to wait. This game, anything can be taken away from you any moment. Nothing is promised to you. Obviously, trades and injuries, anything can happen. So when you have your opportunity, guys, y'all got to go for it. Stop this waiting. I want to see these star players to stop waiting for their turn and be like a Giannis, be like a young Kobe and maybe even a young D-Wade. Go out there right away.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.